yes, we're back with another video. Yeah, listen, giving out three videos today. You're gonna get 3 lit ass reactions today, so you're welcome. All right, I just finished watching Infinity War Endgame. Oh my god, good lord, that's a beautiful movie. Oh god, I'm gonna talk more about it later though. Listen, ranking every anime dual agonist by likability. Did I say that right? You know my English is not that. It's not like you know what I'm saying. It's not that good. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you wanna check this out? I'm thinking that it's what the second main character, the second protagonist, like a Sasuke or a Vegeta or a yeah, along those lines, something like that. Anyway, I wasted y'all time. How did y'all watch me? Anyway, that being said, let's check this out. Let's see what Rob got to say.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shonen Showdown. Today, we're going to be ranking the dude.
Wait, somebody said in my live stream that Rob is too soft, right? When it comes down to content. Listen, he knows his audience, all right? Where I am, you know, kind of a little bit rude, tad bit rude. I'm rude, kind of, just a little bit. I'm not likable by the majority, but to the minority, I'm likable, which is crazy. So I'm gonna do what's in the best interest of the channel. So I have to be a little bit nicer or whatnot. Okay, people want to hear the truthers, but you know what I'm saying? They want to hear it how they want to hear it. Well, you know. Let's get to it.
Deuteragonist in shonen anime from best to worst. Now, as you guys can see here, we are ranking them in best to worst in terms of likability. So I'm guessing we're just going off of how great we think they are in relation to the main protagonist. If you guys don't know, the deuteragonist is pretty much the side character that
the second main character. Okay, got it. We all knew that.
Typically second in importance to the main protagonist. Just by looking at the chart here, this is going to be very tough to start from best to worst, so I'm probably going to go worst to best. We have Killua, Inosuke, Sasuke, Vegeta, Zoro, Hiei, Gray, Bakugo, and Yuno. Let's get started. I mean, no disrespect when I say this, but at number 9, I'm going with Bakugo from My Hero Academia, y'all. Bakugo's reasons for being cold to Deku aren't really justifiable to me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, like, he don't got a reason. Like, just like Vegeta don't have a reason to be a dick to Goku, he has absolutely no reason to be a dick. I don't know why people like him. Like, when he's rude, everybody love him. When I'm rude, I get hated on. Which is crazy. But yeah, like Bakugo, I never understood like why is he such, like, he's a dick, bro. Like, he's so mean to Deku for no reason, bullies him for no reason. For why? Because he feels like he can, which is crazy.
With you. Todoroki, on the other hand, has more of a reason to be upset and angry at the world. But when you're looking at Bakugo, who's making fun of Deku because he didn't have a quirk, it just really rubs me the wrong way when I'm watching what Bakugo is doing. Now, as a rival in terms of pushing Deku to be stronger, I think Bakugo is in the right path. Deku needs somebody like Bakugo in order to keep him on his toes, to keep evolving his techniques with the One For All, because he has somebody that he can compete with 1v1. But to be honest, Bakugo only really has one credible reason where he got upset, and I actually agreed with him, and that was when he discovered that All Might had gifted Deku his quirk. That is the only time I felt for Bakugo, because Bakugo looked up to All Might, and he didn't understand why Deku was the chosen one.
Well, because Bakugo, you already got, you know, a very big ego. All right? We don't need to inflate your ego more than what it is. There's no need for it. You're already, like say, okay, if you watch this show called Super Cooks, right? The main protagonist did not, well, he didn't know he had powers until, like, he played with it a little bit and said, oh, okay, I can control electricity, right? Johnny, right? The guy with the red hair, I can't remember his name, but he has every known possible power there is. And he has a really big ego, bro. Super massive ego. So imagine if Bakugo got gifted powers from All Might, bro. Imagine how big his ego is. I couldn't watch the show. I don't like Bakugo. I don't like him. Like he got a trash character. His character is trash. His character is trash. His character is very much trash in my opinion. I don't like him.
For him, because he wanted to have that quirk passed down to him. I get it. But before then, him just bullying Deku for absolutely no reason, him being mad at the world, everybody's tight. And listen, his anger does get in the way. If Bakugo was more level-headed, he does not get kidnapped. So I'm definitely putting him at the bottom tier of my list. I think in terms of strength, he's up there. He's great. He's very fun to watch when he's fighting. But other than that, he's just mad for no reason. At number 8, I'm going with Gray Fullbuster from Fairy Tail.
Really?
Now, in terms of Gray's backstory, I completely understand. You have Deliora literally taking out his teacher, which caused chaos between Gray and old everybody, so I understand that completely. He happens to be one of the stronger mages in Fairy Tail. We know his Ice Maker magic was able to keep up with an END Natsu, so he is top tier as a fighter. But when I'm thinking about his dynamic with Natsu, it just really doesn't sit well with me, because they are really rivaling each other because of their elements of their powers, to be honest with you. Natsu is fire, Gray is ice, so that's really the sole connection I'm seeing on why they have a legitimate rivalry. Other than that, it just doesn't really make sense. When I'm looking at a Natsu and an Urza, I believe that there's more there for a rivalry, more there for a competition, because Urza was revered as Titania. They literally called her the queen of the fairies pretty much in Fairy Tail. People looked up to Urza in Fairy Tail because...
Hey, no cap, to me, Fairy Tail is nothing but fan service, bro. It is nothing but fan service. You got a bunch of bad, extremely attractive women in that show. You know, extremely attractive women. You know, not, all proportionate, and their bodies aren't too long. You know, like, a certain show. We're not going to name that show, but you know what show I'm talking about. But, yeah.
Natsu wanted to be that strong mage, and Urza was the person that was revered as one of the strongest in the guild, if not the strongest in the guild at that time. I think Urza and Natsu had more of a reason to compete against each other. I understand that Gray was angry because of his backstory. That I'll give him, but the rivalry between Natsu wasn't really sitting well with me. I liked the Natsu and Urza competitions a lot better. Doesn't mean Gray's a trash character, though, at all. I just think in terms of this chart, because we have so many great deuteragonists here, he's at rank 8. At rank 7, and he moved up for me. I have Inosuke from Demon Slayer. Inosuke's likability really went up after season 2. And
I don't have a problem with Inosuke. Like, I feel like he's cool. Yeah, he's a bit loud. He's really loud. Actually, he's really, really loud. But I don't, like, his character isn't like, he's goofy, right? And I could appreciate that. I can appreciate that.
I want to hear people complaining about Inosuke being more aggressive in nature, because he has a reason to be. He was left alone, abandoned, and this is why he doesn't really have any manners and anything, but it makes sense with his backstory. Unlike Bakugo, who's just tight to be tight. He's moving up and being very important, because not only can he sense the power level of the opponents, but his beast breathing is incredible now. We've seen him boxing against Daki, and he had Daki on the ropes. Now, I understand this one's going to be a tough pill to swallow. I know the Naruto fans are going to be tight, but at number 6, I have Sasuke, which I think is reasonable. Is Sasuke a cool character? Yes. But when we're talking about ranking our deuteragonists in terms of likability, Sasuke was a menace for multiple episodes.
Oh, yeah, Sasuke. This man Sasuke, bro. Like, I get it, right? Like, I understand, but, like, this inner hatred that the second protagonist has towards the main protagonist irritates me, because there's no reason for it. Like, there's no reason, like, for Sasuke to be a dick to Naruto or Vegeta to be a dick to Goku. There's literally no reason for it. The name calling for what? What? Like, if I was Naruto, bro, and you was doing that to me for years upon years, and I'm trying to get you back in the village, bro, Naruto is probably the best friend that you can ever have in an anime, bro. He's literally the epitome of what a friend should be, because he went above and beyond for Sasuke. Sasuke, on the other hand, does not deserve Naruto at all, to be honest. And for those reasons right there, I disliked Sasuke for years. I didn't care how cool he was. I didn't care what awesome techniques he had. I did not care about the drip. I did not care about none of that. His personality in itself was trash. And I get you went through some stuff. You went through some things. I understand. But to be a dick for no reason to people you barely even know, for no reason, and y'all was going through the same thing, and look how Naruto turned out, and look how what path you went through. Sport, oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. It was crazy.
Chapters in Naruto, and you cannot deny that. Now, does he have a justifiable backstory? Absolutely. Itachi obviously took out all of the Uchiha.
I get that, but that's not a reason for you to be an asshole to somebody you barely even knew, who wanted to just be your friend, when y'all was both going through the same thing. It didn't make sense. It does not make sense to me. I don't care what your backstory was. I can't do the same thing that Sasuke pulled and still have people in my corner like how it's crazy.
And left him alone by himself. But at the same time, Naruto, who was somebody that was trying to befriend Sasuke, also had his own trials and tribulations that he went through. The third Hokage pretty much left Naruto to pretty much raise himself. Then you're having the whole village looking at Naruto as a monster because he is the nine-tailed Jinchuriki. So even though Sasuke had a family that was taken away from him, Naruto didn't even get the chance to build one because his father and mother were taken away. And this is something that I feel like Sasuke never gave Naruto the chance to really talk to him about. Sasuke poured out all his anger onto Naruto and onto Itachi.
For no reason, bro. Like that bro, you could see why. Like, I mess with Sasuke now because he's mature, he's older, he has a daughter and whatnot. And I mess with Sasuke now. But back then, bro, I had every reason to dislike Sasuke as a character, bro. Nothing he did was justifiable. You had people going through worse stuff than you. Yet you want to pour out all your anger and hatred onto somebody who did not deserve it. Who was trying to be there for you. Who was there for you while you were still hating him. Oh my God.
Itachi, in order to avenge the Uchiha clan, just to find out that Itachi is actually the good guy. And he didn't even understand this until he talked to the Hokage and found out that the whole village had a whole bunch of secrets. So we get all of that. Not saying Sasuke is a trash character. That's why I don't have him at the bottom of the list. I do think he's somewhere in the middle, though, because he caused a lot of his own problems as well. And if you don't believe me, who is Sasuke married to in Boruto right now? That would happen to be Sakura, the same person who he almost killed after the Danzo fight. This is how short-tempered Sasuke was at that time. He's pulling up to the 5 Kage summit, just boxing with everybody.
Mind you, Sasuke at that time was about 15 years old. He was 15. So you know how 15-year-olds are, bro. Like, I understand because you're still very much immature, but...
Killed off Danzo, he's going crazy. And then after he found out the secrets of the village, rather than following through with his plan to just take over everything, he decides that, oh, now I want to become Hokage, so I guess I gotta fight Naruto again. I just don't understand why Sasuke wasn't willing to cooperate with Naruto after they just boxed against Kaguya. It wasn't until Naruto literally took his arm and Naruto had to lose his arm for him to realize, you know what, I'm cool with being a Shadow Hokage. So for Sasuke, it's kind of like, that was based off of Goku and Vegeta, so we give them credit there as well. It's very nice. They were able to push each other to get stronger. Obviously, we've seen that throughout the series. But a lot of Sasuke's problems and his anger, he caused onto himself later.
Mind you, Sasuke doesn't even use Almighty Pull anymore. He don't be pulling nothing. That man don't be pulling nothing anymore. It's crazy, but yeah. The rivalry was just... in my personal opinion, was stupid. Like, the way they went about it was kind of dumb. Like, there was no reason to be an asshole at all, to be honest.
After he found out the truth of Konoha, he still was mad, still trying to box Naruto, and I just didn't understand it after that. But before then, I completely agree with Sasuke. So at number 5, I'm going with Yuno from Black Clover. When I think of Asa and Yuno as a duo,
when I look at Yuno, bro... sorry for pausing. When I look at Yuno, I see very much Sasuke. Not Sasuke, early, Naruto Sasuke, but the appeal of him is like Sasuke. He has that Sasuke look, while Asta has that Naruto thing going on. Super loud, obnoxious, and whatnot. Believe it, type beat.
the first thing that comes into my mind is this is what Naruto and Sasuke could have been. Asa and Yuno are a perfect duo that show that you can work together and also compete against each other at the same time. You don't really need to kill people and go crazy over your rivalry because it makes no sense to do so when you both have a common goal. Asa and Yuno are competing to become a Wizard King, but Yuno being so great and so gifted and so talented, the fact that he got a 4-leaf grimoire just off rip shows that he's the perfect match to push Asa to new heights, because we know Asa has no magic whatsoever. Everyone looked down on Asa. Now everyone sees that, oh snap, Asa's arcane. We need Asa. Please, Asa, save us. They're seeing Asa's value now. But if it wasn't for a Yuno being so naturally gifted and so OP from the get-go, Asa wouldn't have fought as hard as he wanted to because he wouldn't have that rivalry to go against. This is what Naruto and Sasuke could have been. This is why I'm putting...
Yeah, they could have been like, you know, Asta and Yuno, bro. That's what they were supposed to be. Not this toxic failure, lose everything. And I understand, but no.
Yuno over Sasuke. At number 4, y'all, I'm going with Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, just looking at the chart, a lot of these deuteragonists tend...
Yeah, my boy, they tend to get their drift from Hiei. Let's not pretend. They tend to get... Notice how all the second main characters, bro, they all have some little piece of Hiei in them. Sasuke definitely stole everything from Hiei. They said, cup of water, 2 cups of water right here. This is Hiei. This is his clones. Sasuke took the whole cup and poured it, and that was it.
To have a more angry side to them to kind of counteract the main protagonist. But Hiei's situation is different. Yusuke's already built like that. Yusuke's already somebody that was already aggressive in nature. But you're having Hiei added on top of that, who's another tier of aggressive in nature. And what makes Hiei special is that he has a valid reason to be. The man was literally dropped off the cliff as a baby. When Hiei was a baby, they thought, oh snap, he's cursed. Just throw him off the cliff. What? But what made Hiei's character so beautiful is that he was able to develop through something as gruesome as that. He allowed even Kuwabara and Yukino to form some type of relationship here and there, even though he loathed the humans, even though Yukino at some point did not even respect any of the humans because they were trying to finesse her for her tears, for gems, and Hiei was still able to find it somewhere in his heart to come and work with a Yusuke, work with a Kuwabara, even though he really did not want to. And we've seen this especially happen before the Sensui fight. Hiei checked on Yusuke. He fought with him just to see, alright, are you rusty? Are you ready to go through with this? The demon world is opening up in the human world. And Yusuke made sure to call him out on it because he knows that Hiei is not the person to really show much emotion. But he knew what that message was. Hiei was still looking out for Yusuke. He still has love for Yusuke. He still has love for everybody. And this is somebody that has all the reason in the world to not like anybody. Out of everybody on that chart, Hiei has a reason to not like anybody. At number 3, I have to go with Vegeta, y'all. Vegeta definitely has a reason to be assertive, more aggressive in it.
I get that, but not to Goku. He don't have no reason to dislike Goku the way he does, bro. Like, when I look at Vegeta, bro, I just see pure hatred. And people love Vegeta for what? He was an asshole most of the series, right? But he had, like, little glimpses of redemption. And in the manga, well, I'll let Rob talk about it.
Than a Goku, because he was the Prince of all Saiyans. Everybody told him that he was next up, that he was ridiculously powerful, and Vegeta had no other thing to really look to and just believe into what he was told. I mean, he was promised this, but then he just goes down to earth to realize that he's not even the strongest Saiyan, that there's a Saiyan that happens to be a lower class Saiyan in rank in a Kakarot, aka Goku, who's able to overpower him time and time again, and not just Goku achieving Super Saiyan for the first time, but Gohan actually ends up achieving Super Saiyan 2. So Gohan, who happens to be Goku's son, happens to be stronger than a Vegeta, and Vegeta has to witness these lower class Saiyans achieving something that he worked his whole life to achieve. And
I mean, my thing is this, right? I would say that he worked his whole life to achieve because he was born gifted. Right, especially in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, it turns out that he was not even the strongest, baby there. It was Broly, right? So he had a gift, but there's people who's better, just like with everything, just like with anything. if you're good, just know that there's somebody out there much better than you. And that's okay. You could keep working. Vegeta being a dick to Goku all the time, bro, made no sense to me because of how he handled things. Because, yeah, he's a Saiyan. He's a full-blooded Saiyan, but he has a heart. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry that I fell and hit my head. I'm sorry that happened, and I'm kind-hearted. I'm sorry for that even happening. What the... what? Bro, I dislike Vegeta because his personality sucked. Like, most of the second main protagonists, bro, the second MCs, their personality sucks.
Couldn't even get to that power level. This is completely understandable. Vegeta has all the reason to be angry at the world, but we have to understand that
He has all reasons to be angry at Frieza, not Goku. Goku ain't do nothing to him but kept training.
Vegeta has some hiccups along the way that I will hold against him. Now, there's two moments that are keeping Vegeta from being number one on this list for me. Vegeta in the Broly movie. That was the first time I've ever seen Vegeta just look completely defeated before he even threw one punch. I was not a fan of that.
Oh yeah, the DBZ one? Yeah. I thought that was funny. I was like, yo, this man was talking so much. He was talking so much. He was talking mad shit. And look what happened. Look like a little bitch. Look like a little bitch. Feel me? Like, yeah, what happened? What happened to all that confidence, that cockiness? And that's another thing I didn't like about Vegeta. He was super cocky. For not even being the strongest person there, he was mad cocky. Like, how dare you be cocky when you know you're not that guy? You're not that guy, bro. You're not. You just at that time was not that guy, bro. You would never be the guy. It's not. The show's not about you. It's not about you.
Oh, it looks bad. Even Piccolo was looking down.
Nigga caressed his
Piccolo was
head.
looking down on Vegeta. That is bad news. But again, you know what? That movie happened to be filler. So, okay, you know what, Vegeta, you got that. But then we have to look at Majin Vegeta, y'all. And this is a major, major problem. You allow Babidi to reawaken the evil within your heart so you can box with Goku for another time. You want to fight Goku at his most powerful so you can prove that you are stronger than him. However, Goku tells you during the fight that he senses that this fight is going the wrong way. That Majin Buu is gaining this energy from the fight and he's about to be revived. Goku is no longer focused on the fight. And rather than Vegeta just following through with his words and saying, you know what, this fight, nothing's going to really happen from it. You're not focused, I'm not focused. Let's work together to take down Majin Buu. You decide to knock Goku out and then go box with Majin Buu
by yourself and get your ass clipped. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That was stupid. And then Vegeta fans have the nerve, the gall to sit here and talk about how stupid Goku is. Look at your boy. Look at your boy. Let's not even pretend like the whole Captain Ginyu fight when Vegeta's fighting Goku, well, Captain Ginyu in Goku's body. You seen this man switch bodies with him. Why would your slow ass charge into it? Goku had to save your ass. As much times as Goku saved him, nigga never said thank you. Never said thank you. And if I'm Goku, bro, I can't be that nice. I can't. Because I'm not wired to be forgiving like that, bro. You keep being mean for what, bro?
Proving that you can't even beat him, and then you have to blow yourself up. It just makes no sense at all. No sense whatsoever. Now, I understand the final atonement was probably the biggest character development point for Vegeta. So, I guess it was somewhat necessary because after Final Atonement, Vegeta realized that the anger in his heart was actually hindering him from being greater than he wanted to be. But, was it necessary for planet Earth to get sacrificed in the process of Vegeta figuring this out? I don't think so. So that is a hiccup that I will hold against Vegeta, which will make him not my number one, but he's still really, really up there because he inspired the whole...
Yeah, I get it. I completely agree with you, Rob. I really do, bro.
Sasuke's and the Yunos and everybody. Vegeta is an inspiration for many of these deuteragonist. The great Roanoa Zoro of the Straw Hat Pirates.
How did I know he's going to do that? Well, I ain't mad. Zoro's pretty dope, though. I'm not going to cap. Like, he is. Like, as a character, he is. He's not an asshole for no reason. He's still strong. Him and Luffy are technically best friends, bro. So it's like they don't gotta beef with each other to like, you know, help each other keep growing. Like, and I respect that. But if you got Killua at 1, here's the thing about Killua. I'm gonna say what I gotta say about Killua. I'm gonna say what I gotta say about Killua later, though.
When I think of Zoro, I think of 2 things: loyal and goal-oriented. And these are 2 things that Luffy definitely needs in his first mate. Because Roro and Zoro is in conversation for the most loyal Straw Hat. All the things that Zoro has done for Luffy is incredible. Now, a quick side note, I'm gonna say that Jinbei deserves some love too. It's insane how many of you guys give praise to Zoro for doing great things, but when Jinbei does it, everybody sleep. I don't understand it. Give some respect to Jinbei, because Jinbei's in that conversation as well for most loyal Straw Hat. But for right now, we gotta give Zoro love. Zoro got it. Now let's understand Zoro's importance to the Straw Hat crew. He offsets Luffy's chaos. Luffy, we know he's goal-oriented as well. He loves to have fun, but he also loves to box. He knows when it's time to get serious. But his leadership skills can be shaky, but not Zoro. Zoro is somebody that makes sure that he holds other crew members accountable. We've seen this in the Luffy versus Usopp. He threatened to even walk away from the crew if Luffy didn't get his act together, and he just let Usopp just walk in and out of the crew as he pleased. This is who Zoro is. He's a perfect counter to Luffy's goofiness, his chaos. He's able to keep Luffy in check, and he's a great fighter as well. Zoro is looking to be the world's strongest swordsman. He trained under Mihawk, and we've seen him boxing against some top-tier opponents. Now he has Conqueror's Haki, just like his captain. We have to put Zoro at number 2, but he's not Killua. Killua is the greatest deuteragonist on this chart by...
Man, listen. Let me tell you about this man, Killua. This boy, Killua, bro. This nigga is a fruit cup, bro. Like, he loves Gon, bro. Like, he loves Gon, bro. Like, they kissed. Like, that's his boy. His man. Literally. The definition I'm getting, that's his man. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it, but, like, there's a difference. You have loyalty. You have friendships, but Gon, Killua, Gon may not think that's what, you know, Killua is, but this hints, when I was watching Hiatus, bro, that's the vibe that Killua kept giving me. Like, he's badass. He's cool. But he gave off very much, feel me? So I'm like, Killua, our boy, chill. Like, he said Gon was something to his light. He's the light that shines bright in my, something like that. And I was watching, I was like, hold on, yo, Killua, no, bro, no. I get it. You could protect Gon and be there for him, but you legit you're in love with him. Infatuated with him. Like, relax. My nigga.
You guys don't understand. Gon and Killua are in conversation to be the best duo in all of anime, hands down. These 2 have it all figured out. Now,
yeah, they get along really nice. Well, because Killua is like, Killua sees Gon, and, you know, it's not like a friend, but like a boy friend, right?
We look at Killua's backstory, justifiable. He was screwed over many, many times, tortured by his family members. Obviously, Killua is the only person that Alucard would trust, because the rest of the family is shot to hell, and he also is the sole reason why Gon is still alive to this day. He is the perfect deuteragonist. He's a great rival because he will compete with Gon to make sure that Gon gets stronger, he stays up on his toes, but he's also there for Gon emotionally. The reason why I say that is because they play off of each other's strengths and weaknesses. And this is something that a lot of the deuteragonists on this chart don't do. Because Gon happens to be more emotional than Killua, he tends to go overboard, but Killua, being more emotionally intelligent than a Gon, is able to check him, make sure he's good, make sure he's all right. And we've seen him literally have Alucard save Gon's life. His connection to Alucard gives him pretty much a cheat code in the Hunter x Hunter verse. This is a perfect deuteragonist for Gon. So you guys heard my rankings. I want to see yours down in the comment section below. Which characters would you rank from best to worst? And with that, I'll see you next time. Peace.
Hey. Bruh, I already hit the like button. I gotta absolutely agree with this list, you know, from start to finish. Not know, being a Dragon Ball fan, I could be extremely reasonable when it comes down to certain situations, right? I could completely be 150% reasonable, right? I got God and Killua as the best duo. Of the simple fact is that they work well together, right? Because they love this. I am not capping about that. They literally, this is them. They're one. That's the reason why they work so well. They're one. They're one. They're not a duo. They're one. So it's like they fit perfectly with each other, right? Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely cool. Yeah, bro. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like, what your list is like. So you go Sue, and we're on to video number 2.